Hello again, this is another video, another one-off. This is The Red Balloon and The White Mane, which is two films. Try to find the person who made them. So Albert Lamorossi. He's a director whose name I can never remember, so I'm still looking for it all the time. These are beautiful films. These are just gorgeous films. They're both like 35 to 40 minutes long. They're both with children as protagonists. One has one child and one has two children, plus a lot of extra characters in the background who are children. And both deal with the child's relationship to the world as it exists to them. And they both have a sense of magical realism and fantasy. And it's hard to explain the films without making them sound trite, because it's one of those things where the way they're told is what's great about the film. So I'll start with The White Mane, because that was the first one made. It's in black and white, and it's about a kid who lives as a fisherman, and who's fascinated by this horse called White Mane, or who they refer to as a White Mane because he's got a white mane, he's all white. And he's a leader of this pack of horses that these like horse ranchers are trying to corral. And the White Mane is the horse they cannot control. He's a horse attack the ranchers who are trying to control him, who will not submit to authority. He's just stubborn. He'll attack them with his teeth, he'll kick them. They just can't control him, no one can ride him. And so it's early on they're trying to catch him, and it never works. All their traps don't work because the horse just refuses to be enslaved by these people. And it's beautiful, and just in the black and white photography, just there's a spare quality. Like it's obviously a drama, but they don't leave out the nastiness of what a horse's life is like and how brutal people can be to it. And so you can see why the horse hates humans. But this little fisherman boy is fascinated by White Mane. He dreams of being the person who can ride the horse. Again, that sounds trite, but the way it's done is beautiful. It's not overdone, it's not forced. It's just, that's his dream. But it doesn't see he deserves it in any way. But by the force of personality, by the fact that he will not let go of this, and he gets a promise by the ranchers if he can ride the horse, he keeps it. And basically he finds a way to hold on to the horse and eventually rides it, and the horse begins to trust him because the horse sees a kindred spirit, someone who's not going to be not going to bow down to other people, who has this same sense of their own purpose. And it's how this bond continued as the horse ranchers reneging their deal, and they still want the White Mane, even though there's nothing they can do with it. They wanted to prove what they are, really, and what they think of themselves. They think themselves as the humans are the big, great ones. The horses are just animals. The horses must submit to human rules, and this horse will not do it. And, you know, there's some great sequences where the horse has to fight another horse because this other horse tries to take over the leadership of the pack when the White Mane isn't having it. And they really go at each other. I mean, it's like something you've never seen before, two horses fighting. It's just brutal. I mean, they bite each other, they kick at each other, it's just a total scrap. But it's things you'd never see. You see a horse swimming in the water as he's been forced into the water by the escaping ranchers. You see the ground on fire as they try and force a horse out so they can catch him. There's tons of amazing sequences here that are beautifully done. I don't want to say anything else about what happens. There's sequences, but it's the way the story's told itself. Because both these films feel like short stories. Like they know the story can't go beyond a certain point, so they just have them as 35 to 40 minute experiences. And that's it. And that's what's great about it. They just know how long the story has, and then they get out. And so The White Mane was the least famous of these two films. Red Balloon's the most famous. The Red Balloon is a story of a boy who finds a red balloon as he's walked to school one day. This one's set in colour, but the backgrounds, it's set in Paris, and the backgrounds are all grey and rainy. Like you can see the rain is seeped into the concrete and it's just ugly looking. And in this landscape, there's this red balloon, this bright red balloon. There's one bit of colour, there's one bit of hope in this horrible post-war landscape. And this boy gets attached to this red balloon. And the red balloon shows signs of life of its own. It can follow people, it can do whatever it wants to do. And of course people get jealous of that, and the people try and separate the boy from the balloon, including these other schoolmates of the boy who are just jealous and they want to destroy the balloon. But the boy keeps fighting for what's his, which is this balloon, which is his one hope. And you also see the boy with this little girl who's got a blue balloon, who's also very bright and very... it's her balloon. So it's this simple thing of childhood and what one object can mean to a child. It's done perfectly because you see the psychology without anything being said. You can just see this means so much to them. And as they see each other, they get what the one's about because they've got the balloons. So there's wonderful sequences. There's also, you see the darkness of humanity with these kids who want this thing because they want it, because this other kid has it and they just want it. They don't know what they want to do with it, they just want it because this other person has it. Which is very human and very lifelike. And again, it's great, you don't need any dialogue, you just need to see them at what they're doing and why they want this balloon. Just by their actions and their determination, we're going to get this balloon. So it's a wonderful film. The little boy's great because he's just so expressive. All the kids are great because the kids after the balloon are a bit older and they're just a bit meaner, but they're kids. I mean, it's not that they're going to grow up to be horrible people, it's just that they're kids and they're bored and they're poor and they're angry. So it's a lovely film. I mean, it's a great film. It's another one worth seeing. Not just worth seeing, you really should see it. You should take time. I mean, I got it in this set for like £4. It's just wonderful. Again, I don't want to say much more about what happens. The end's amazing. The whole film's amazing. You're watching this, soaking it in because it's so well paced. The details always moves on when it has to. It should move on. The details are so clear, but so evocative of what's going on in this kid's head. And it just knows when it has to move on and when it has to be still and when it has to do things, really. It's just so well made. So, the red balloon is stunning. I mean, I prefer it slightly to White Man, but both are amazing. Both are really worth your time. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I'm not going to go any further than this because it's really experience of seeing the films. But I'll be back soon with some other videos.